absolutely. So I think it's important to set the context in this one, right? So the LAURA study is stage 3 unresectable population who are EGFR positive. And, previously in FLAURA2 was stage 4 patients with Tagrisso added on to chemo. So bottom line, if you think about it, is, so there is a specific type of non-small cell lung cancer, which is EGFR mutated non-small cell lung cancer. And for these patients, you need a targeted treatment out there. And osimertinib or Tagrisso is the third generation TKI in this space. Started with the approval with FLAURA, which was as a monotherapy in the metastatic state. Then with FLAURA2, we had it with, again, in combination with chemo in metastatic. We had the study ADAURA, which is an early stage resectable, and LAURA is the early stage unresectable. So basically, any patient across the board, regardless of stage, if they are EGFR positive, you have an opportunity, whether you're resectable or unresectable, early stage or metastatic. We have shown that Tagrisso or osimertinib works as a monotherapy or in combination. So we will disclose the data in a coming up Congress. But the endpoint of the LAURA study was to look at progression-free survival for patients who are unresectable, but in stage 3 post-chemoradiation treatment, which is currently the standard of care for these patients. And then you add osimertinib as a maintenance setting following CRT. The outcomes that we will show based on a positive trial is progression-free survival. We also will look at other markers such as objective response rate, brain metastases, impact, et cetera, et cetera. So these are key primary, secondary endpoints in that trial. So look, I mean, if you look at it traditionally, based on the current standard of care, there's only 5 to 10% actually achieve the curative mark. So remember, when you're in the early stage, you can actually have the opportunity to cure patients from their disease. And so what really exciting me is to be able to see what is, by adding Tagrisso or osimertinib following CRT, what a good response looks like. And is there really a question around curing these patients in a much larger scale than what currently happens with CRT alone? The most important takeaway message is the following. One is you got to test, for patients who have lung cancer in terms of their biomarker status. And if they are EGFR positive, you got to seriously consider osimertinib as a choice for those patients, in the stage 3 unresectable patients, given the data that we will soon share at ASCO.